back in the Mark 6 and we are going to attempt the steering wheel change again. Now, what I learned from my last video is don't always follow other people's videos on YouTube. The last video I followed was by H4 Talks, and he did a steering wheel conversion on a Mark 6 where the module under here. And from research and people's kind of help, discovered that my car is a mid-2010. Now, if yours is early 2010 or 2009, then yeah, your module is under here. But with mine, it's been awkward. So what I've had to do is get a new clock spring ending in B. Now, the one ending in B is fully compatible with cruise control. So I've got two options. I can either just take this clock spring off the front of this by undoing that little screw at the bottom, or fit the whole thing with cruise control. Either way, it's going to need coded. So I'm going to do the whole lot. Now, this isn't going to work straight away because I'm not getting it coded tonight. It's going to be a little while before I get it coded, but we'll run you through it. So first up, obviously you've seen this in the other videos, set you up here, try and find the slot. So we've got this here. I'm going to pause the video now because I need the space to get my screwdriver in here and get this popped off. So I'll come back to you in just a few moments once the airbag is off. Right, airbag should be off. Yeah, the airbag is off. So we need to unplug this clip here, which you just push that white bit, you pull it up and it releases. There's the airbag. So we'll pop that down on the floor and we will pick up the M22 spline. Right, obviously I've done all this before and showed it on the videos, but we're here now. Sorry, just getting my tools organised. Should have done this beforehand. Still locked on there. Right, turn on there. Extension bar. Bit excessive, but hey ho. Lock the wheel in place and give it a turn. Should all be plain sailing from here really. Hardest bit is definitely getting that airbag off. What you need is a nice short but thick-headed flathead screwdriver, so you can slot it in and twist it, and then you can pull the airbag off. Obviously it needs to be wider than that. It also needs to be shorter than that because I had no chance. Right. Nut out. Put that to one side. Steering wheel just comes off. Chuck that down on the floor. Right, I've got to pop this off. Remember this, screw under there, one there, one there. This top section literally pops up. Let's just release that. Bring it forwards again. Why is that not sliding forwards? Or is it all the way? Oh, it is all the way forwards. So yeah, these two to undo. Wrong way. One. Right, I'll come back to you in a minute when I've got the others off because I need to lay down to get up underneath and stuff, but you get the gist. We're going to take out this one, get its bottom cover off, take the one off underneath, back shortly. Right, so bottom section is now off. So like I say, if I was removing just the clock spring, I'd need to undo this here this one here and this screw, but I'm taking the whole lot off, so I've got to undo that, and then there is a screw. Don't know if you'll be able to see it. It is up under here somewhere. I can't even see it with my own camera, but yeah, it's up under there, and that matches to that screw hole in the middle underneath that plug. So they, I believe, are M10s to get that out from up under there. So I'll get these unplugged, get that screw undone, and then we'll go from there. So we're back again. Right, I was just saying, the screw, I just said it was an M10. It's not an M10, of course it's not. It's a Torx bit, and it's actually a T8. So I've removed that from up under here, just in that hole there, and then this lot gently comes off. Obviously on older models, Mark 5s and stuff, you can change just your indicator stalk, just your wiper stalk, or just your indicator stalk. On these that are after 2010, you have to change the whole unit. Bit of a shitter really. So we'll pop that down there on the floor, making sure not to knock the clock spring too much. And then we've got the new one, just slides on. Got to get it underneath. There's two guide. They've got two guides here, so you want to get it underneath those. Just pull this forward. Right, so that's now back in place. Right, so all I've got to do is put my screw back in up under here. So I shall do that now, and then we'll get it plugged in, and then we can get the new steering wheel on. Alright, let's get this screw in and we'll be back. So the screw is now back in. You can see it back from under here. That one just there. That's all that holds this whole module in place. Right, so plugs back in next, steering wheel on, and see what happens. Nothing will happen because it hasn't been coded, but hopefully we won't get any other lights on the dash, but we shall see. Right, let's get the steering wheel back in place. No, we don't want to get the steering wheel back in place. We want to get the covers back on first before we put the steering wheel on. So we'll do that now. No, we don't want to plug these wires back in, don't we? How stupid am I? Where the hell has that one come from? Lock, barrel. One, two. I only unplugged two. Why have I got a third? Right. I have to investigate that as to where that one's supposed to plug into. Come back to you in a few minutes. Right, so the lock one that was hanging down actually goes into just here. That's the one I missed. And then we have this black one in here, slide, lock. This one in here, slide, lock. That's locked in. That's locked in. Ignition barrel's in. Right, now this housing back on. I can't remember which way you want that angle. You've got to get that round past that post. Again, I'm going to have to do this with two hands. Right, so that's the housings back on. So now we are not in. Tighten that up. Bam, bam, bam. Sorry about my filming skills, but I'm doing it all on my camera because I'm not a top YouTuber with lots of expensive cameras. I see I've got a lot more views than I have followers. I think my 98% of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. Doesn't really bother me. It does a little bit. Right, so that's that. Now I've got to put the airbag in, which again, doing this one-handed is going to be quite difficult because I've got two plugs to plug in. Got this one to plug in just there, and then you have to channel this round. Let's get holding it all on my knees. And this one plugs in. Why is it not plugging in? It did the other day. It's just been awkward. Right, I need two hands for this. Back to you in a sec. It's just been awkward, it's plugged in. But this wire here, you want to make sure it's tucked away as little groove for it to sit in, otherwise when you put your airbag on, it's not going to connect back up properly. So you need to make sure you've got plenty of give on that. And then airbag, line it up, give it a firm push. Right, that's all connected up. So now, oh, that looks better, doesn't it? Better than what I had. Let's push that. Alright, that is all in. That's the position of my chair, that's what the problem is. Right, I'm going to go and reconnect the battery and then see what's happening. Right, so we have got some lights on dash. I'm not going to start my ignition to get rid of this light and the steering wheel light because my daughter's up in bed, so I'll clear that in the morning. First thing, straight out of the bag, obviously I've lost my rocker switch on the end of here. And I was worried that this here wouldn't work, but straight out the bag, that is working. So let's try the other side and see. No. Oh. That did just do something. Volume up. Oh, I think I've got lucky. Just turn the lights on. Just mute that. So the horn works. These are lighting up. That's working. Happy days. Volume. Volume on the radio is working. What do these buttons do? Anything? If I go across? Oh, they are. So if I go onto DABZ, press this one to go across, it's selecting You Beauty. No, I don't want to go that high. Oh, happy days. I don't need to get it coded. It's all sorted. So that one's working on there. Volume up and down on here is working for my radio stations. Mute. Mutes the radio. Happy days. Oh, you don't know how chuffed I am that I've not got to get this coded. I was worried about, well, I wasn't worried, but trying to find somebody to code it where I live is quite difficult. But this is a bog standard Volkswagen Golf Mark 6 that everybody told me, oh, you need to get it coded, you need to get it coded. My horn's working, my buttons are working on both sides. Happy chap. Can't believe that. And it's working obviously with my with the aftermarket Android radio. So I've got very lucky, or the information that I read online is wrong. Yeah, a bit more successful than the last video that didn't work, whereas this one, everything works, no coding required, horns working, buttons are working, and all good. Right, top stuff. Any questions, ask away. Obviously hit subscribe if you like the video. I like the video because it all works. See you in the next one. Bye.